Welcome back, listeners. My name is Larry Colvig, founder and CEO of the Haven Financial Group. And if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Haven Financial Group radio show, where every week we discuss crucial retirement and financial topics that can make the difference between surviving retirement and thriving through those golden years. Feel free to give us a call as well at 612-504-8400, or always visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com. Shoot us an email. Ask us some questions. Our job description really is to answer retirement questions, and we're honored to do it, and we do it every single week.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of these milestones when it comes to retirement. I think we all get to a certain age and you start going, I really don't want to think about my birthday anymore. I'm not having any more. I'm all finished. That's it. But these birthdays can be very important.
Yeah, birthdays and retirement, maybe a little bit different birthdays than you think of, but they are crucial deadlines, ones that you want to be aware of. And of course, if you have a partner like us or somebody, we're going to make sure you don't miss these timelines, critical timelines that you might benefit from. And again, I guess the good place to start is it's never too early to start saving. It may seem difficult, but out of sight, out of mind, never too early. Get that compounding returns, get it started early. And if you have kids, you can't preach it to them enough, because they will be much happier in that advice if they adhere to that advice. So that's the first one, is start early. And then you get to some thresholds like age 50, where hopefully maybe the kids are out of the nest, and now you have catch-up contributions that you can put extra money into retirement savings, 401ks, IRA contributions. And there's good reason for that, as far as saving, number one, obviously, and then maybe some tax reasons why it would make sense to reduce your taxable income. So after age 50, catch-up contributions, there's some changes in 2025, depending upon your age, where they increase that significantly. That might be a good opportunity. We don't normally want to touch any IRA or 401k money early, but at age 55, if you leave a job, you can have penalty for 401k or distributions or withdrawals. We don't see it very often, but that's the age 55 threshold. However, remember, this is retirement planning, retirement monies. We don't want to start tapping this money too early.
Right. Sure. Absolutely. 59 and a half. That's an important one.
It is. And this one we deal with a lot, because the federal government says at age 59 and a half, you don't have to, but you can do rollovers of 401ks or other 403bs or employer-sponsored plans. There's a whole bunch of different names, TSP, deferred comp, et cetera. And you can do rollovers. Just this week, I had a couple from Lakeville in. They're IT consultants. They came out to an educational class, and they've popped around as IT consultants. So they had multiple orphan 401ks all over the place. And the solution there was consolidation, simplification. You don't have to have them all over the place. You can still maintain diversification. So we rolled all hers into an IRA as well as his, and now it's all cleaned up, and it can be managed comprehensively and collaboratively as a whole rather than piecemeal. So 401k rollovers, even if you're still working. I had a 3M'er here that not long ago, they were going to retire in the next 9 months, worked at 3M for years, and she rolled 90% of her 401k into other types of investment IRAs, and she'll roll the rest when you retire, because most often when you retire, you're going to roll that into a traditional IRA, because there's different rules and regulations that pertain to 401s compared to IRAs, and you need to know those. So again, more of the education at Haven that we continue to do for the folks that we visit with.
Sure. At age 62, you can start to collect Social Security, but that's not always the best move you can make.
That is correct. We teach a lot of Social Security and tax classes, and all of our classes, whether community education at the colleges or wherever, we provide all the materials. We put together the workbook and the textbooks, and we teach them for good reason, to make an educated decision on when should you take Social Security. Almost 70% of Americans turn it on right away at 62. That might be a staggering, that may surprise the listeners. And at age 70 is the latest you're going to take it, and only 1% to 2% of Americans wait till the age of 70. Now, ideally, when should you take it? That's what we're going to walk through if we sit down with you. Actually, everybody that comes in will leave with a Social Security roadmap, a report, kind of a good, better, best on what makes sense, because 62 is going to be the earliest, 70 is going to be the latest. Your full retirement age, where you can get 100% of what you paid in, is dependent on your birthday. And for many, it's going to be 66, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, or in my case, age 67. Again, to be determined is they might make some changes to that. It's a lot of talk. But again, age 70 is going to be the latest. And again, another one where we run into a lot is required minimum distributions. All that pre-tax money that you were told to put away, eventually Uncle Sam says, our patience has run out. Now you have to start drawing the money, whether you want it or not. And yes, you will take it. Otherwise, you'll get a penalty from the federal government, and none of us want penalties.
No.
For many years, that age was 70 and a half. A couple of years ago, it went from 70 and a half to 72. It's presently at age 73. And in 70 years, if they don't make more changes, it will go to the age 75. So why is that important? Because we hear this. We make more money now than we did when we were working, which then comes full circle into the tax discussion, which is why if Roth conversions or if tax planning can be done before RMD age, we might be able to minimize some of those tax effects. So again, forward-thinking tax planning, so extremely important. You worked hard for every one of those dollars, and most people just don't want to give it back to Uncle Sam just for the sake of giving it back.
Absolutely not. He's the uncle you don't want to pay. That is for certain. Increased life expectancy, how might that impact some of these dates and these numbers?
Well, we want to plan for the long run. When we build out retirement plans, we're putting them out 20, 30 into your mid 90s. Kind of plan for the absolute worst and hope for and pray for the absolute best. One age that I didn't mention that is very important is age 65. Medicare comes into the conversation. You're going to get your mailbox is going to get bombarded with, and you can go to coffee and cookies every single day of the week. It'll be just so much fun. Probably not. Or you could sit down with somebody that has a non-biased approach with us, Glenn and Isabel at our office. We're able to help many, many folks in Medicare, healthcare, any of those types of things. Annual enrollment is going to be coming up soon. Complacency for humans is very easy to do. And my encouragement would be to anybody around this age, get educated, start early. And every year, an annual enrollment, shop it out to make sure you're in the best spot for the best price. And again, that's October 15th through December 7th. Some other key dates, October 15th to December 7th, Medicare, healthcare. And again, don't forget about long-term care. Again, we have access to all the companies. So again, education is where it starts.
You know, this really is important too. It's important each year to shop it because you think you've got a great deal, but then you find out if you go out there and take a little time that maybe there's a better deal for you. And it also depends on states, does it not?
States, some can be zip code specific.
Right.
So that for sure is not one glove fits all. And if you're listening going, oh my goodness, all these dates and these birthdays, retirement sounds so confusing. It can be, but if you have a partner that can take you through a continued process and monitor, make adjustments, point things out, continued education, it doesn't have to be complicated. We like to simplify things. And we've at Haven, our 10-year anniversary, which you know, we've been able to help a lot of people in all of these various areas, put all the puzzle pieces together. So we don't get to the end of the road and we forget some of the pieces.
Right. Absolutely. So we'd like to invite you to sit down with the folks at Haven and talk about your retirement. Are you ready? Talk about some of these milestones. Put together a great portfolio so that you can enjoy those golden years. 612-504-8400. That's the number where you reach the folks at Haven Financial Group. You can also go to havenfinancialgroup.com. Take a look at their website. You can send them an email through there. You can also see some of those educational seminars that we talked about off the top of the show this morning, the dates that are coming up. Maybe you can find one that's most interesting to you and a location that's good for you. Be sure that you sign up. You don't have to be a client to go, but we do need you to sign up because they do fill very quickly. All right, we're talking about, are you prepared for retirement? We just talked about understanding some of those retirement milestones. When we come back, we're going to talk about being prepared to replace your paycheck. You've worked a long time. Maybe you receive a paycheck weekly, bi-weekly, once a month. Now, how do you replace that when you walk away from your job? That's coming up right here on the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.